Easter morning in New York was marked by abundant sunshine and a warm breeze, as hundreds gathered at St. Bartan Armenian Cathedral to celebrate the most important day of the year in the church calendar. A record crowd of more than 2,000 people participated in services and the release of doves ceremony that followed. The bright morning was a culmination of a fruitful year of growth and spiritual outreach for the Eastern Diocese. For young leaders, the diocese hosted 2 conferences in 2010, in March and October, to encourage young people to assume more responsibilities in their parishes and to help them explore the significance of their Armenian identity in 21st century America. Both themes were further developed at the ACYOA General Assembly and Sports Weekend, and during the organization's Armenia Service Program, which for the first time in the program's history offered a service component through the Fund for Armenian Relief. From serving food at Fars Soup Kitchen in Gyumri to assisting with renovation efforts at the city's Unjian School, young people learned about the local way of life and had an invaluable opportunity to give back to their homeland. The ACYOA and the Fund for Armenian Relief continued their partnership with a holiday outreach program and other initiatives designed to connect young people in the Eastern Diocese with their counterparts in Armenia. Other efforts at educating young people across the diocese include the publication of new Sunday school textbooks by the Department of Youth and Education, a symposium for Armenian school teachers, and a successful summer camp season. More than 500 campers, CITs, and staff took part in St. Bartan Camp at the Ararat Center in upstate New York and at High Camp in Ingleside, Illinois. Youth programs were also sponsored by St. Nerses Armenian Seminary, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2011. The seminary's popular summer and winter conferences again drew high school and college students for lectures, spiritual reflections, and fellowship. On June 15th, the Communications Department launched a fully redesigned diocesan website, strengthening the diocese's presence on the internet and in the increasingly vital social media arena. This spring, the diocese also launched Vemkar, an innovative mobile application for the iPhone and iPod Touch. A late autumn in the nation's capital brought together Women's Guild members for an inspiring symposium titled Women in the 21st Century: Spirituality and Faith in Our Current Lives. The Zorab Information Center completed cataloging the volumes of its rich collection and launched a new online catalog in March. The center also continued its programming, offering a number of lectures and events throughout the year. Parishioners throughout our local communities showed their support for these and other diocesan programs by contributing to the 2010 annual appeal. Over 1,400 individual donations helped the diocese meet its fundraising objective for the campaign. Over the past year, the diocese mourned the passing of several leaders of the Armenian Church of America. The diocese observed several milestones in 2010. In June, the newly built Surp Harutun Armenian Church was consecrated in Orlando, Florida, a long-held dream come true for the local community. The following month brought another celebration as Diocesan Primate Archbishop Khajak Barsamian traveled to Washington, D.C. to ordain Deacon Leon Hoja Ainatian to the Holy Priesthood. Taking the priestly name Hovhan, he was later assigned to serve the St. James Church of Evanston, Illinois. Earlier in the year, the diocese bid a fond farewell to its vicar, Father Haigazun Najarian, who was appointed pontifical legate of Central Europe and Sweden. At the start of 2011, Father Simeon Odabashian assumed the position of vicar and commenced a busy schedule of parish visits and meetings with various diocesan organizations. During the summer month, the diocese also bid farewell to Rachel Goshgarian, who served for 3 years as the director of the Zorab Information Center. And last winter, staff members welcomed Michael Guglielmo, the diocese's new executive director. Meanwhile, new clergy arrived from Armenia to intern at the parishes and to prepare to serve as full-time pastors at the Eastern Diocese. Father Arakel Vartazarian, Father Bart Giozolian, and Father Tatios Barsehian have been interning under the supervision of experienced clergy in New York, Massachusetts, and Illinois. During the year, the diocese also acted on the national and international stage. Archbishop Khajak Barsamian represented the diocese in meetings with U.S. President Barack Obama and with Pope Benedict XVI in Rome. At the Diocesan Center, he welcomed Edward Nalbandian, the Foreign Minister of the Republic of Armenia, and a delegation from Nagorno-Karabakh. As a member of the Brotherhood of St. James, Archbishop Barsamian took part in an official meeting at the Patriarchate of Jerusalem under the presidency of Patriarch Torko Manugyan. As the Director of Ecumenical Relations, Archbishop Viken Aikazian met with U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and took part in the World Religions Summit in Canada. He was privileged to accompany His Holiness Karakin II, the Catholicos of all Armenians, for an interreligious consultation in Baku. The diocese also responded with compassion to crises developing around the world. When earthquakes rocked Haiti and Japan, the diocese, working with the Church World Service through the Fund for Armenian Relief, took up collections from the parishes to help the humanitarian effort. And the diocese reached out to the Coptic Christians in New York during a desperate hour for Egypt's Christian minority. Outreach to others in need remains an obligation of the Armenian Church, whose people have suffered their own times of difficulty. At this year's Armenian Martyrs' Day observance, held on April 25th in deference to Easter's falling on April 24th, a memorial to the lost provinces of Armenia was rededicated on the plaza of St. Vartan Cathedral. But the greater spirit of the coming year was invoked by the primate during the Christmas service when he called on people of our diocese to explore the way God calls each of us to draw nearer to Him through the lay ministries of the Church, where every person from every walk of life is called to serve our Lord.